Will somebody please listen to me today?
A family challenged with love, and will a house be divided or will it stand on love? What happens to a dream deferred?
Lorraine Hansberry's A Raisin in the Sun was the first play written by a Black woman to be produced on Broadway. 60 years later, it's coming to life on stage at Muhlenberg College in Allentown, the headline of the school's Black History Month celebrations. A Raisin in the Sun is about an urban Black family in 1950 Chicago who comes into money and has conflicting ideas on how to use it.
It's too early for you to be talking about money. It ain't Christian life.
As tensions rise between the younger family, how do they hold on to hope while being stuck in a suffocating system deeply rooted in racism?
I'm choking to death here, baby.
I believe that Lorraine Hansberry was inspired by a power that is much greater than us to write about not a time period, but of a people that span that time period.
Kiyaana Cox-Jones is the assistant director of multicultural life at Muhlenberg and plays the matriarch of the younger family, Lena.
Time does not dictate hope, but truth does.
When I'm in the space doing the show, I feel a lot of anger and just frustration for everyone.
In my mother's house, there is still God.
Legacies of just people who just didn't get the help that they needed or the support or like the family connection that they needed. And now like they're taking it out in bad ways where it's affecting everybody else in the house. But it's not fair because like they never had that kind of nurturing or like what they needed.
Junior Nicole Morris plays Benitha, a college student pursuing her dream to become a doctor.
I've learned that no matter how much I want to separate and see the differences of like 2020 or 2019 and see how different it is from the 1950s, it hurts just as much.
I got a boy who sleeps in the living room, and all I got to give him is stories about how rich white people live.
These cycles just keep on happening, just they manifest themselves in different ways.
Same problems, different time, different people, same hope, same love, same faith.
The play is in the artistic hands of guest director Jeffrey Page, who choreographed Beyoncé for more than 12 years and spearheaded the Tokyo productions of the musical Memphis.
A Raisin in the Sun, I thought that it was going to be a very simple play to work on because I've been familiar with it for a while. But then when I got into it, I started to learn that the DNA of A Raisin in the Sun was similar to a Chekhovian play or even a Shakespearean play. It's impressionistic in form, but it's hidden by a mask of realism. And you don't really understand how massive that is until you start to work on it.
Page is challenging the cast in unfamiliar ways.
We took like every line for every line. Like if there was a dash, what does it mean? A thought inside of a thought, and then how do you say that in a way where you're respecting what Lorraine Hansberry wanted us to portray from the text rather than like running through a line?
None of the lines work unless there are clear actions that are motivating the picture that the lines are helping to paint. So I learned that inside of the rehearsal process. And I think that's what really drew me into the play is wanting to take on this beast that is an iconic work of art.
He challenges us to make sure that there is a connection there that is beyond just words. What happens when you find out the etymology of a certain word? What happens when you really dig deep into the text?
Kiyaana shares the stage with her son Messiah, a 6th grader at Orfield Middle School, who plays the role of Travis Younger. Messiah says the process is intense, but he's learning a lot from the award-winning director.
Ooh, it's difficult. It's difficult, but it's fun at the same time. He challenges me a lot because when I try to do something my own way and he doesn't like it, like just, Messiah, and I get like a little frightened, but I know it's all love. Just be myself. That's what I learned because I like to impress people sometimes, I like to be like other people, but Travis just taught me how to be myself and stand up for who I am.
With a thought-provoking storyline, the director's artistic twist may shift how you think.
I hope that audiences walk away with a deeper level of acceptance for their fellow man. Everyone is not of the same class. That shouldn't mean that every person doesn't deserve the value of education, the value of attention. Audiences should start to understand that the people who we silence, they're affected by our silence. And we have to do a better job as far as making sure that we are leaning in and attending to everyone who is in the society.
There's so much truth in this piece, and everyone who comes gets to find different parts of it. If you're a mother, if you're a father, if you're a dreamer, if you're an entrepreneur trying to make that next big business deal, if you are living in poverty, trying to hold on to the last bit of money you have from a welfare check, whatever it is, there is hope for you.
The cast hopes this production gets people talking, because what was relevant in the 1950s is still relevant today. Why dreams are different and why dreams are deferred. A Raisin in the Sun runs Thursday, February 20th through the 23rd. Tickets can be purchased online at muhlenberg.edu/theater. I'm Tracy Yatzko, PBS 39 News Tonight.